But we begin in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama, one of the most hyped rookies in league history, as I'm sure you know. Tonight, the first chance for Jazz fans to see him in person.
Yeah, Wemby and the Spurs in town for one of 4 Utah Jazz home games on a Sunday this season. And the Jazz, they were trying to put an end to this funk they're in, a 5-game losing streak. Well, it didn't take long before those Jazz fans got to see the #1 pick scoring buckets in this game. Wemby magic, is this it? I don't know what this is, but somehow this first bucket of the game looked effortless from Wembanyama. It was a rookie that gave the Jazz the lead, though. Keontae George, deep three to go up 10-8. And then the Jazz start to steamroll here. Lauri Markkanen with the pickpocket. John Collins is going to finish at the other end to go up 12-8. How about another Jazz rookie, Taylor Hendricks, blocking the dunk attempt. Right back the other way we go. Jordan Clarkson for 3, and the Jazz have a 7-point lead. Late in the quarter, Markkanen for 3, and the foul is called. It's a 4-point play. Jazz are up 24-13. Chris Dunn had an outstanding first quarter. The steal, this would end up in a dunk the other way. 2 steals, 7 points in the quarter. Jazz led 32-18 after 1. More of the same in the second quarter. How about another Chris Dunn steal? That starts the break the other way once again. Jordan Clarkson for 3. He led the Jazz with 14 first-half points. All of the Jazz rookies were getting involved early in this one. Bryce Sensabaugh for 3. The Jazz were up 44-23. Colin Sexton had 3 assists in the half, leads this one off for Hendricks for the dunk. The lead is 23. Wembanyama led the Spurs with 10 first-half points. He had this alley-oop, but the Jazz had the 63-39 lead after 2 quarters. In the second half, well, it starts off with Victor rising high and slamming one down on Taylor Hendricks.
You're not from France, you're from Mars. What?
That's one way to describe him. But Hendricks gets him back, blows past Wembanyama, and throws it down for the 22-point lead. John Collins also continued to rock the rim, down the lane for the dunk and the foul. That's a 3-point play. It's a 72-54 lead. Last year, Lauri gave us so many posters. Tonight, he tried to climb Mount Wemby. Unsuccessfully, though. It's a bit easier when you've got a clear coast. How about this? Sexton steals and flushes. Jazz still up big after 3 quarters, 93-74. But in the fourth quarter, there's no way the Jazz lose this lead, right? Wembanyama has something to say about it. The 3-pointer, 6-0 Spurs run. The Spurs are suddenly down 13. Moments later, Wemby explosive down the lane with the slam. The Spurs cut the lead to 9 at one point. But the Jazz pick up the pace again. Markkanen with the steal, then the lob to Sexton for the layup. The lead is back up to 15. More defense from Lauri. How about the block? This starts the Jazz heading the other way, where once again Clarkson's going to rise up from 3. His 4th of the game. He had 22 points off the bench. Next time down the floor, make it back-to-back threes. This time Markkanen. The Jazz lead right back up to 21. Then Markkanen finishes 26-point night with the baseline dunk. Will Hardy and his mentor Greg Popovich, they share some smiles and hugs after the game. The Jazz scored 30 or more points in all 4 quarters against the Spurs. They win 128-109. John Collins had a nice night. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Colin Sexton, 16 points, 10 assists. Jordan Clarkson also had 10 assists in the game. Wembanyama finished with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks for the Spurs. But the Jazz pick up the win before they hit the road for the next 3.
We all start to click, and it's almost like we've been together for a lot of years. So it's just about how can we continue to find those moments and those times in the game where we all are connected and on a string. And, now we're frustrating teams, and we're able to get on transition. And when we get on transition, we're hard to guard.
We just try to play full 48, no matter what kind of. We had some lapses there that weren't great up to our standards. So we try to kind of get back from that and get back to our style of play.